Alabama, day before April Fool's Day. No, yeah, never mind. We'll talk about that later. 2023. Tonight, making babies, the blue whale, biggest whale in the world. How they make babies. Okay, you can follow our channel on Rumble, Ken Hovind Official, or on YouTube, Genesis Baptist Church, or Dr. Dino, Genesis Baptist Church, on YouTube. And then Odyssey, and then let's see, a bunch of other places. They're all listed on drdino.com. That's our website, D-R-D-I-N-O. Okay, we're coming to you live from, well, almost, I'm alive, but the show's going to be dead. I mean, recorded, played later, never mind. Okay, from Genesis Baptist Church in Lenox, Alabama. Come on up. Help us to open for free. We don't charge anything. We give tours all day and spend a bunch of money around here. You can go to drdino.com and support our ministry right there if you'd like. Okay, no super chats on YouTube. They still haven't paid us. It's been since September. Yeah, get a call them. Say, look, guys, you owe them a bunch of money. Would you pay them? Okay, make any checks to CSE, Creation Science Evangelism. All right, our video series, 18 hours, $50 for the whole thing. You get 3 of them for $100 and give them out to your friends. Thousands have given their heart to Jesus, been saved. Watching crazy on science in the Bible. So please come around. Give them to your enemies. Okay. Say, hey, I'll give you $5 if you watch the first one. Okay. If that doesn't do it, try $10. Okay. Get my book and my video series on what on earth is about to happen, for heaven's sake. It's coming, folks. The fool said there's no God, and you're a fool if you don't believe in God. So this is April. Let's see. We had tomorrow. This Sunday is our anniversary of getting the property. Come visit us at Dinosaur Adventureland. 7 years we had this place. When we got it, there was nothing here but a bunch of mud, a gravel pit. It's amazing what God's done. Okay, today, the 14th. Tomorrow, the anniversary of Abe Lincoln getting assassinated. Sad, sad day. Homecoming coming up this Sunday, 2 more days. It's our 7-year anniversary. If you ever helped us build or helped us support or supported us, come on, take the tour, see the place. How'd you guys like the tour today? Do you want to share it with you? Folks? Come on up. Okay. Tell them how you liked the tour of Dinosaur Adventureland. How old are you?
I'm 13.
13. How did you like the tour?
I loved it.
You recommend people come?
Yes.
Did you take the real tour or the grandma tour?
The real one.
You recommend that?
Yes.
Okay. And your wife didn't like it?
My wife.
That's okay. All right. Thank you, sir. I'll find you one. You want a smart one or a dumb one? If you want a smart one, you got to wait till like 25. Sometimes with boys it's 30 or 40. Yeah. Okay. Okay. 85-year-old grandma took the real tour at DAL and loved it. Okay. Come on down, see the place. Then we got a bunch of stuff going on in May and June. Our boot camp, creation boot camp. Come for that. God said He blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply." It's a blessing to be able to be fruitful and multiply. He blessed them. Said, "Be fruitful and multiply. Be fruitful and multiply. He blessed Noah and said, "Go have a bunch of kids." And they did. Okay. All through the Bible, we see this. God made them male and female, male and female. It's all through the scriptures, and it's pretty clear that God created it, according to scriptures anyway. Jesus said, "Have you not read? He which made them male and female." So what is this going on here? He commanded, in His infinite wisdom, He gave the command for all life forms to make babies and bring forth, fill the planet, okay? Let's see, and He gave the equipment to do it and the drive to do it, okay? And He gave amazing variety of ways to do it. I think it'd be enough to stump even the craziest evolutionist, you would think. I know this, you'll have no excuse Judgment Day. None. Sad. We talked about the anglerfish, how they make babies, pretty strange. About the tardigrade, the honeybee, the watermelon, the starfish. See, after you copy the code into the next generation, the DNA code is pretty complicated. After X number of copies, you'd think you start to lose after a while. Let's see. Generation loss of quality between copies of transcodes. Reduces the quality of the representation when copying. That's normal with everything man has made. All the equipment, a copy machine, put it in a thumb drive, make a copy off the copy, off the copy, off the copy. Here's the 25th copy of the original video. You can't see it. It degraded, okay? Let's see, first generation copy. What's that? The 90 generations, it's just about lost it all. How many generations are you from your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa? Genetics. Copying a YouTube video 1,000 times is a descent into hell. I don't know about that, but genetics. Nucleotide sequence and gene organization of the starfish. Yep. You got all this complicated code getting copied and copied and copied and copied. every generation. And you guys think it went for millions of years? Come on. Let's see, the starfish, the panda, and the meerkat all have 36 chromosomes. Wow. They're identical. Nobody can tell the difference. Let's see, where's the starfish? Anybody want to guess? Any real science guy can see the similarity between the chocolate chip starfish, the meerkat, and the red panda. I mean, obviously identical. If the creation story is true, the starfish today is the 3,000th generation from the original copy. And it still works, moves, and reproduces. But you evolutionists believe 480 million years ago the starfish started. Well, that'd be a 240 millionth generation copy. You got to be nuts to think that's happened. Come on, guys, stop and think about what you believe. The praying mantis we talked about, the mud skippers, the beavers, the frog, the ants, the octopus. You guys never gave an answer to any of these. Come on, you atheists. The sponge, the barnacle, the Venus flytrap, the flatworm, the needle-beard sea devil. You guys haven't answered any of them. The blue-banded goby, the electric eel, the seahorse, the banana slug, the club-wing mantis, club-wing mannequins, the bird. That was a strange one, wasn't it? It whistles and sings with its wings. Unbelievable. The right whales we talked about, and the frilled shark. And now we're going to talk about the blue whale, the biggest whale there is. 90 varieties of whales. They breathe air above water, but give birth underwater. So what happens to the baby as soon as he's born? At the hospital, don't they slap the baby to something to make it get a first breath of air? Well, does the mama do that to her baby whale? He's going to breathe in water. How does he know? How does he know which way is up to begin with? And how does he know to go get a breath? Blue whales are really big, like really, really, really big, okay? Blue whale, compared to an elephant is nothing. He'd slap him around like a ping pong ball. Has a 6-ton tongue and is louder than a jet engine. The heart is huge. It weighs a ton, 2,000-pound heart. Hummingbird has a heart that beats 1,000 times a minute. Pretty fast, yeah. Blue whales do not have scrotums like terrestrial mammals do. Males do. The mammal scrotums lower the ambient temperature to keep the sperm alive, right? So the whales had to find a way to compensate, this book says, and they did. Oh yeah, the whales figured out a way to do it. You got to keep the sperm slightly lower than body temperature. Blood in the veins go through the fins and the fluke and lose heat. So that cools down the blood, which sends it to where the testicles are to keep the sperm lower temperature. Took millions of years for them to figure that out and to slowly evolve all this blood vessel stuff. Blue whales have the largest penis in the world, 15 feet long, 12 inches diameter, huge. The females have long vulva with 2 nipples on each side to nourish the newborns. They go in heat any time of the year, but the common is during the migration to warmer waters and for mating season. The blue whale has to nurse underwater while holding his breath. How did that evolve? How many millions of years did it take to learn that? Come on now, guys. You atheists? You say evolution's got all the answers. Let's hear some of them. Come on. Whales produce by fertilizing internally with male sperm, resulting in 1 egg being fertilized and then carrying the singleton baby for almost a full year with a gestation period of 11 months. Once the baby's born, they can weigh 5,000 to 6,000 pounds. How many of you mothers would like to give birth to a 5,000-pound baby? Yeah. And they gain 10 pounds an hour. The baby drinks milk and gains 10 pounds an hour. They can drink between 100 and 150 gallons of milk every day. Mama, how'd you like to nurse that kid? Yeah. So I got a few questions for you, evolutionists. Short program tonight. We got a lot going on around here. Oh, yeah. Bring that up here. Sure. Good thinking, ma'am. Not quite worth a raise, but good thinking. This is a backbone, a real vertebrae from a whale. That is a good size one. Yeah. All this fit in a dot, smaller than a period on a page, too. Yeah, actually, the whole whale was in there. A whole bunch of whales were in there. So here's my questions for evolutionists. You haven't answered any of them so far in this whole series. Come on, guys. Most water-dwelling creatures, like fish, simply release eggs and sperm into the water. How did the whales overcome the obvious obstacles, like cannot use gravity, to mate for internal fertilization? How did they mate when you're just swimming free in the water? Wouldn't they push away as well as push in? Come on now. How did this evolve? How did whales evolve the circulatory system to cool the blood with their fins and send it to the testicles to keep the sperm below body temperature and alive, viable? How did they do that? Come on, I want an answer how it evolved, okay? How did the female whales evolve the mammary glands to give 150 gallons of milk a day to make their babies grow so fast? And by the way, they don't start producing the milk till the baby's born. And they stop producing it when he stops sucking. How did that evolve? Come on now. Baby whales evolved the knowledge to find the mammary glands in the dark. I was up there a few minutes after our lamb was born, about 5 weeks ago, whatever it is now. Within 2 minutes, the baby lamb was standing up looking for the dinner table and knew where to look. Who taught it that? Come on now. How did the baby whales evolve the knowledge to hold their breath while they're nursing? Remember, they got to breathe above water. Come on now. Since whales don't have lips and the baby cannot latch on and suck the milk, the mother squirts it into his mouth. How did this evolve? Only real science answers, please. I don't want a story. I want science, knowledge. How do we know? Tell me what you know about this, guys. Evolution. 7. Since whales have never been seen to give birth to anything but another whale, why should we teach kids they're related to birds, dragonflies, frogs, and all came from a protozoa? Is this chart science? If so, where's the scientific evidence? Has anybody ever seen a frog produce a non-frog? There are 7,371 species of frogs. Probably came from a frog. But you guys want them to come, all of them. You think the frog is related to the whale? Come on. Now, I know some of you evolutionists have proudly said you're related to, let's see, Professor Dave is related to a strawberry. He said so. Snake was right. It's related to a ladybug. I do believe that one, okay? Ken Rock, he's related to a turtle. Bill Nye, related to a banana. Yeah, I believe that one too. Mark Reed, related to a rat. Jackson Rowe, related to a dinosaur. Mark Drysdale, related to a monkey. Call Me Emo's related to a fly. You guys really honestly think you are related to all of these, don't you? Who taught you that? Get your money back. All right, put it back up there, brother. So, my question, nobody's ever seen a whale produce a non-whale. What's the science behind these lines on this chart you guys made? Why should we draw a line from a whale having it connected to a human? Do you believe you're related to a human, or a whale, and a banana, and a frog? Come on now. Why should we have the flowers and the ferns and the starfish and the octopus go into a common ancestor and a snail? Is that science? Do you really believe the whale evolved the ability to copy his entire gene code into billions of sperm and evolved the complex mechanism to deliver the sperm, and no one designed it? How on earth can you believe such a thing? I'm trying to help. I'm trying to understand. I want to get into your mind. It's a little crowded, but I want to understand. Who taught you this stuff? Let's see. Life before life began. The current universe came into existence 14 billion years ago. Whoa. Through an explosion, the Big Bang, from an infinitely dense point. Wait. Everything in the universe was into an infinitely dense dot. All the whales in the world were in that dot. Some textbooks say it was smaller than a period on a page. Some say smaller than a proton. Infinitely dense point. That's crowded. Yeah. You really believe all the blue whales in the world and all the planets and all the stars came from a dot smaller than a period on a page? Really? Stop, think. Do you really believe that? I feel sorry for you evolutionists. You cannot answer these questions because your education has you blindfolded and tied up. You cannot even think outside the restrictions they put on you. If you wanted to get a degree from an accredited university and you didn't give an evolution-based answer, you wouldn't pass, would you? Try it. Try to make it through Harvard or Princeton or Yale without at least pretending you believe in evolution. Any answers you try to give must stay in the bounds of, we know it evolved, and we must give an answer that says that. Yeah, that's true, isn't it, guys? We know there's no designer. Yeah, you know that for sure. We know the earth is billions of years old. I feel sorry for you. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. In 6 days, the Lord made heaven, earth, sea, and all that in them is. Would that include the blue whales? God said he did it. You're calling God a liar. This atheist said, I will bow before no God and will not surrender logic and reason to faith. You have already surrendered to faith a long time ago, you atheists. You, by faith, think the whale fit in a dot smaller than a period, don't you? All the whales and the ocean. Don't they believe that? I'm trying to just clearly explain what you believe. What do you mean you're not going to surrender to your logic to faith? Come on. Evolution is nothing but faith. There's no science behind it. If you're an atheist and you do not believe there's a God, you've already surrendered logic and reason a long time ago. So the humans, the birds, the dinosaurs, ladybugs, pine trees, worms, all related. How do you know? Well, we drew lines on paper. Yeah, that's good science, okay? That's proof right there. Biology textbook. All the many forms of life on Earth today. Would that include the whales? Are descended from a common ancestor. Would that mean the whales and the humans and the pine trees are related? Oh, yeah. That would include the blue whale. Yep. Found in a population of primitive unicellular organisms. Oh, no traces of those events remain. Oh, well, then it's not science. Science is knowledge. What do we know? What can we observe, study, test, demonstrate? Evolution isn't science. Most evolutionists are committed to already believing this dumb family tree. Bible says they did not like to retain God in their knowledge. God gave them over to a reprobate mind. You are a reprobate if you believe that stupidity stuff, okay? They would rather believe they're related to a strawberry, a fish, an octopus, than admit they're related to God, and God made them. You don't want to admit that. Yep, I'm sorry. I feel sorry for you. O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings hast thou ordained strength. When I consider thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon, the stars which thou hast ordained, what is man that thou art mindful of him? See, when you really consider the whale, the starfish, anything, any living creature, any planet, any non-living thing, you ought to say, wow, God, you're amazing. I don't have a problem giving glory to God for his creation. What is the problem with you guys? Come on now. David said, I'll praise thee. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. If a protozoa turns to a biology teacher quickly, we would call that a fairy tale. But if it happens slowly, it's now science. Am I saying it right, guys? Come on, I know it embarrasses you for me to say it that way. Like Aaron Nelson calls himself Aaron Ra, the sun god, said, nobody says we came from a dot. Did you see him say that on the program? That's what all your heroes say, Aaron. That's what you believe. Come on, be honest, you believe that. You really think it's reasonable and logical to believe a blue whale evolved from an amoeba, which came from a dot of nothing exploding? That's your logic? A dot, an infinitely tiny dot, exploded and ultimately, eventually, made all the blue whales and their ability to do all the cool stuff they do. Come on now. Bible says every knee shall bow one day. You're going to bow before the Lord. It's appointed unto man once to die, after this the judgment. He brought them out and said, sirs, what must I do to be saved? What do you have to do? Well, if you died today, where would you go? Smoking or non-smoking? You're going to one or the other, and you're going to be there a long time. You might want to make sure you get your reservations for heaven on that one. See, God's not willing that any should perish. He wants you to come to heaven. Satan does not want that. So Satan is telling the stupid lie of evolution. And some of you fell for it. I feel sorry for you. It's a good day to be sure you're saved and going to heaven. You're going to die one day. Let's see. Someday the Lord's going to say, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. Depart from me, all you workers of iniquity. Are you going to hear God say that to you one day? Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. Depart from me, I never knew you. It's going to be a sad day. 54 years ago, I said, Lord, I'm a sinner. All the angels in heaven said, you can say that again. I said, Lord, I deserve to go to hell. You can say that again too. But I believe you died for me. Would you please forgive me? Would you please come live in my heart and save me? That moment, I received the seed into my heart, and the new plant started growing. How about you? Where are you going when you die? I guarantee this, you're going to be dead for a really long time. Long time. George Washington died in 1799. He's still dead, isn't he? 225 years, man, 24 years. Whew, long time. Long time. I don't care how long you live, you're going to be dead longer than that. Where are you going? Are you sure? Are you really sure you came from a worm? You came from a dot? You sure? You're going to stake your eternity on that? I'm trying. I told you. Okay, any questions here? I can't do it from the live from the audio from the YouTube yet, but we'll get there. None? All right. Good to have you visitors here. We got a lot going on this weekend. We won't see you tomorrow, but Sunday morning, Brother Meister, longtime friend of mine. How long have we known each other, brother? 82. That would be 41 years. Man. And you came anyway. You know me and you came anyway, brother. Ha! Amen. You've been serving the Lord a long time. All right. See you Sunday. Bye.